So we're getting close to the part that I'm excited about, which is when we get to see whether or not there really is a bride. Because so far you haven't seen one. But she's been here, she's been present, just not seen so far. And so we're getting close to that part, and that is the Sandal covenant. This is beautifully pictured. We've already seen in the book of Ruth. Read the book of Ruth, picturing these 4 covenants, and it just leaps with new information. The Sandal covenant is beautifully symbolized as when Boaz goes to the city gate to redeem the woman that he wants to make his bride, and she's not available because of the traditions of the day and the rules of how that worked. But she has an inheritance that has to be redeemed, and Boaz goes there to negotiate that, or to work that out. And it's completed by the handing of a sandal to Boaz to say that he has become the kinsman redeemer and she can be redeemed. It's this ancient Hebraic tradition that the groom will kneel before the bride and wash her feet and place a new pair of sandals upon her to show that she will be walking in a new inheritance. This beautiful picture, and at the end of this sandal covenant, once this is completed, a 3rd cup is shared, the cup of redemption, and the bride would now have full rights to all that has been offered by the groom. So she now has the inheritance. They have not actually had the matrimony covenant sealed. They haven't had the vows and all that. But at that point, her inheritance is sealed. Now I want you to understand, we think in terms of landed property, but when we think in spiritual terms, what is our inheritance? What is it that we want? What is it that we hope for? What is it we look forward to? It's that home, that special home that he has said he's preparing for us. And although we don't see it right now, this covenant was designed to be this way so we would have the assurance that it is there. If you've accepted his offer, your inheritance is sealed. And so we're going to see that in a beautiful way. In John 13, this talks about that just before the bread called the afikomen and the 3rd cup, the cup of redemption, Jesus got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, wrapped a towel around his waist, and after that he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. Now when Kepha objected, Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part of me." In other words, you have no inheritance. It was symbolic of what he was offering to him. This cleansing that would make him a part of it. This inheritance covenant, this sandal covenant was taking place in this beautiful picture so that we wouldn't miss it. And that symbol, if you think about it, it strikes me as I realize what he was doing at that moment is that the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Almighty One, had chosen to confine himself to a clay vessel, to a human being. And as you understand, I'm going to do this in a minute, and as I wrap a towel around me, there's no other way to do this other than to get down on your knees and wash the feet. And the sovereign of the universe, to display his love, his commitment to his beings, his creation, bowed and washed the feet of his creation, the Creator. That's the extent. It gives me chills every time I think of what he would go to ensure that inheritance for us. And it moves me. I hope it does you, and I love this tradition. I love the groom bowing at the feet of the bride to wash her feet, to offer this inheritance. So the tradition to redeem the bride or to redeem the woman is to take the shekels to the temple. And the shekels did go back to the temple, didn't they? They were taken back to the temple and thrown on the temple floor. And so he redeemed his bride. He redeemed those who answer the call to the covenants. He redeemed his bride. He paid for it with his life. The 30 shekels are the redemption price of the bride.
So with that, it's amazing. And I had asked him, I told him, he says, "What kind of ring do you want?" And I said, "Well, I don't like jewels. I don't like diamonds. I don't like all that stuff. So just give me something simple." But the redemption price was important. So we had these rings made initially with just silver, and together they're 1 shekel weight. And that was to remind me every day of Jesus's, what he paid for that price. Does it make Dan better than me? We've been through all of that. That's not what we're trying to say. We're just trying to say that once we're redeemed, what a picture and what a thankful place we can be in, to just say he's not done with us until he takes us home. And then guess what? He's still not done with us. Hallelujah, we don't turn into little angels and go up there and play harps. No, he's got a whole other life after this. And that's something to celebrate.